Hi, I'm Sheila L. Haidt, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. Happy March! It's now March 1st, and we're heading towards spring. So in about 3 weeks, hopefully it'll be warmer in the places where it's cold, and everywhere where it's warm, the leaves will start growing, or at least they'll start showing. So let's talk about this week's astrology. It's quite a week. As you know, we are in quite a time. An era has ended and a new era is being born. And it is a lot of things. At the birth of anything, there is something that gives you hope, and there's also a lot of chaos, positive and negative. And right now, we're dealing with hope and chaos. So we will begin with tomorrow, Monday. The planet Mars enters the sign Pisces. Mars is the planet of how we take action. It is the planet of men. It is the planet of war. It is the planet of power and assertion, as well as aggression. So Mars will be entering the sign Pisces. Pisces is not about war, aggression, assertion, any of that. Pisces is about spirit and peace, introspection. So when Mars enters Pisces tomorrow, we will see that Mars in Pisces is focused on empathy and compassion, focused on letting spirit decide, focus on let's get to the heart of the matter and be real in the matter. Now, sometimes this is a great idea, and sometimes it's a form of passive aggressiveness. So if you do something with it coming from your heart, then we're talking empathy and compassion. If you do something with it as a way of sandbagging other people or guilt tripping them, then it's passive aggressive. So also, because it's in Pisces, how you act is in Pisces. We're not quite sure what's going on. Please make sure you have all of the facts. Please make sure that you are standing in clarity, because clarity is really the issue with Pisces. We don't often have it. So make sure you have all of the facts before you make any moves, any choices, any decisions. On Tuesday is the total lunar eclipse and full moon. So moon water is very important. Make sure you make moon water starting today. Set it in the windowsill or outside, wherever it is that you feel is safe to set it. Cover it always. That way critters don't get into it. Cover it, set it out there. It reaches the full moon. That's the peak. And then let it set for another 2 or 3 days as the energy releases itself. So, full moon, always dramatic, always impactful. Lunar eclipse, any eclipse, but lunar eclipse, wow. And eclipses happen on the new or the full moon. So this lunar eclipse, it's a total lunar eclipse. It's not a partial, it's everything. So it brings to mind an old Chinese quote, which I thought was a blessing until I realized somebody told me later, no, it's actually a curse. We live in interesting times, which is really the saying is, may you live in interesting times. Well, that's where we are now. We're living in interesting times. This is a time of rapid, dramatic, necessary change. It's also a very volatile time. Please avoid stress and situations that can bring out anger, frustration, and resentment. This is not a good time for you to involve yourself with making righteous statements or righteous movements. This is a time when you need to see what is of value to you, what is important to you, and you need to express empathy not only to yourself, but to others. Eclipses bring or take something away. The new moon or solar eclipse brings something, new awareness, new energy, new power, new. Lunar eclipses, full moon eclipses, remove or release or take something away. What needs to be released in your life? Let it go. What needs to be handed over to the universe? Let it go. It's very important that you maintain a kind of equilibrium, a kind of balance that is not only mental and emotional, but also physical. I highly recommend, ankle weights, chamomile tea for calmness, rose and or lavender water that you apply to your wrist points, your pulse points, behind your ears, your third eye, and your throat. And naps. Naps are very good during this time. And perhaps a little ice cream. Treat yourself well. We don't need you joining the fray. We need you stepping back and reflecting and seeing what's going on. Now, in addition to the total lunar eclipse, we're also, as of last Thursday, in the midst of, not even the midst yet, but we're at the beginning of a Mercury retrograde. Please, Mercury retrograde. Check everything 3 times. Whatever plans you make sure that you've got 3 times that you've looked at them, you've verified them, and don't sign anything if you don't have to. And don't buy a big ticket item like a car or a house if you don't have to. If you can avoid it, wait until March 21st to do anything like that, because as of late March 20th, Mercury will go direct. So Thursday, we have the sun, which is the life force. We have, and it's the ego and the heart, and it's making a trine, like a triangle, a trine. That's a harmonious, beneficial aspect to the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of blessings and luck. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is your direct communication with divine energy. So there's a lot of luck and energetic permission in the air on Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter's day. So Jupiter trining the sun on Jupiter's day is a good thing. Gift yourself with a spa visit, a nice meal, and perhaps even a lovely trinket or two. As mundane as these things might seem to be, they're actually quite spiritual, because treating yourself well is a great way to connect to higher power and the purpose and energy of higher power. On Friday, we have the planet Venus, which is a planet of value, especially self-value. It's a planet of women. It's the planet of healing, and it also rules health. It rules emotions, and Venus also rules money and how we see ourselves and our place in the world. Venus is the most feminine planet, and it enters the most masculine sign, Aries. This is a great time to bring your inner desires, Venus, to outer fruition, Mars. Take what you want, Venus, combine it with Mars, how to get things done, and you can have a mundane or physical representation of what resides within you. Please, this is a good time to be emotionally and courageously creative and express yourself and be willing to experiment with the new. Very important. Be willing to give it a go, whatever it is, as long as it is positive. On Saturday, we have the sun, the life force, the heart. We have the ego. We have this sun together. We call it conjunct, together with the planet Mercury. Mercury rules how we gather and process information. It rules how we communicate with each other. It rules plans. So when the sun, the life force, is combined with Mercury, what you think and plan for, you can achieve, because your life force is together with your planning apparatus. Anything great can happen. So if you've got great plans, initiate them on this coming Saturday and see what happens. Then we have Venus, which again rules women, rules balance, rules healing, rules money. We have Venus and Saturn, and Neptune all together. Venus, Saturn, responsibility. Saturn rules the rules. Saturn, structure, foundation, and they're together with Neptune. Neptune is spiritual. Neptune is creative. Neptune is also nebulous. Neptune is often deception or self-deception, and Neptune is illusion as well. So please keep in mind that when you've got Venus and Saturn together or conjunct Neptune, reality meets fantasy, and your value system is the great decider. The reality is Saturn. Fantasy is Neptune, and your value system is Venus. Decide or choose well, because there's a big reality check that will expose your value system to you and to others, and it'll either reward you or bill you for your choices. Ask yourself, are you choosing because it really can happen? Or are you basing your choices on hoping, wishing will make it so? Well, wishing may indeed make it so, but 1, what is it you're wishing for? 2, what do you want to be made so? And 3, is this really something you want to live with, be responsible for? And I end by saying, I am only one, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And I will not let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do. Now, more than ever, step up to the plate. Do something. Now more than ever. Thank you. Bye.